Welcome everybody to the Badasses of Blood Bowl. Yes, we're going to be doing another tournament. This one's going to be pretty short because it's going to be an elimination round type of tournament. So, when a game is played, the loser will be cut from the tournament and the winners will continue on until we have a championship. This competition is going to be called May the Best Team Die. It doesn't give much of an incentive, but let's go into it here, shall we? Okay, this is the Badasses of Blood Bowl. This particular video is going to be an introduction to the teams and to the different players, and the next video will have the first game. Alright, let's look at the Seattle Slither here. Their slogan is, if you can't beat them, kill them. And here is their team. You can see the various players and their stats. They've had a lot of bad luck in the past in a lot of their other games. They are mostly a lower level team, however they do have a few who are at 2 and 3, levels 2 and 3. Managed to break through a little bit. Let's take a look at Hoa of Despair. He's been kind of one of their more effective players. He's raised his strength to +1. He has a mighty blow, although he started with that, and he's been MVP 3 times, which is why he has caught our attention. There's some more of his stats. So, let's take a look at the next team. We're going to look at each team, and this is going to be the Thunder Nuts. It's our nuts and your butts. We're going to look at each team and like one player from each one of them. Alright, so they still have some pending leveling up there. They're pretty much the same kind of thing in that they are lower level, but they have a few at 2, and looks like a couple should be going up to 3. Let's look here at JR Juniors. I think I got it right. Anyway, he's been leveled up with a couple of minor things. He's been MVP once, but he's got our attention quite a few times, so maybe it's just because of his name. Or it's his mighty beard. I mean, that's, you know, of course, the dwarves are most known for. Alright, so we're going to go on to the leaders of the pack now. And their slogan is, I know you are, but what am I? They are a very mature team, it looks like. And they are named after some presidents of some other world there. Alexander Slamilton, George W. Smush, Ronald Begin, my Lord Fillmore. Anyway, I'm not quite sure that is Slimy Carter. All that sort of thing. You've got, as you'd see with a lot of Goblin teams, a lot of them don't go up in level, but there are a few that are like at level 3. We're taking a look at Donald Thump, who has done a lot on their team, but rightfully is not particularly very bright. He's been most valuable player a couple times, again, because of a cult of personality, I suppose. And so now we are going to go back and take a look at the next team. Now, Goblins oftentimes have trouble doing a lot in things, but now we're going to look at the Starlight Stabbers. Our blades seek flesh, so they're kind of like vampires. And they have been a very experienced team. They've been playing out of this particular league in other games, and they've been they've been doing quite well. They have some characters at level 4 and a stadium that actually keeps the weather from changing within, unless there's somebody with powerful magic to make it rain inside. Well, or, you know, just somebody from a strip club to make it rain. Alright, Stephanie Vinecutter, she has really caught our attention a lot of times. She has been, very noticeable for a number of reasons. Anyway, but yet she's only been MVP once. Been 19 matches. As you can tell, the other people were in, much fewer matches than that. These are going to be the ones that raise the bar quite a bit and give the others the ability to choose some free agents or mercenaries to use inside of their games. Alright, the next one is going to be a new team. The Bad News Bubbies. It's what's for dinner. They're expecting to be able to eat their opponents. Actually, I don't know if they're completely new, because obviously they have one who's already injured and one who's gone up a level. So they've actually have had a little bit of experience, but not very much. Most of them are at level 1, have a little bit at level 2. Don Knotts and Mulletman McGee, which of course, and then Doodle the Cracker Maker will not be in our first game. Oh, that's too bad. In fact, do they even have a full rod? Yeah, they do. Alright, Don Knotts, we're going to take a quick look at him. Hello, Andy! He's got Sprint, that's what has gone up in terms of level. He's been MVP 1 time in 3 matches, and that's about where they have been so far. Not particularly a lot of games so far. So, watch for them, though, because, halflings can be kind of interesting. They're easy to overlook. Anyway, and then we have the Mutant Anus. Their phrase is yummy. Not what I would think with a group called Mutant Anus. Alright, it looks like Thishtagors is their top player. He is definitively above the others. A lot of level 1s, but a level 2, a level 3, and a level 4. Actually, a couple of each of those. So let's take a look at Thistagor's here. He is, what is a Prestagor? He's been 2 times the MVP. I forgot to look at what he was in terms of what his new skills are. But you're seeing everything as they come up here. And big ol' balls, kill a turkey. This is going to be, it's Killer Turkey is the coach. Itchy and Scratchy Show. It's the Itchy and Scratchy Show. I guess they got cats and dogs playing on this particular team. And you can see they've been about like most of the other teams on here have had, although they're a little more even in terms of their players leveling up. You got Morlock Rugtail. Looks like block is what he's added to his abilities. He's been MVP twice. I think they're new to the Badasses of Blood Bowl, however. And now we're going to go on to the Flint Mistresses. Yes, these are going to be the Amazons, all dressed in pink and all ready to, let's see, enter the team motto. That is their team motto, is to enter the team motto. That actually is not me. That might be inappropriate with that specific team. I wouldn't want to be going up to those ladies and saying that. Maybe that's sort of the pun for them or whatever. Anyway, all right. I don't know. I'd like to enter their team motto though. That's what got me in trouble and fired from my last job. So I will just move on here. Antimatch Bright Moon. She was clearly named by hippie parents. And she's got a few of the skills, though, look like they are normal skills. But anyway, it looks like they are level 1 and 2. There's Bright Moon was the only one with the higher level. So now we're going to go on to the schedule, and we're going to start this competition. So may the best team die is about to begin. So the first day we're going to have the Big Ol' Balls versus Flint Mistresses, the Leaders of the Pack versus the Starlight Stabbers, Seattle Slither versus Mutant Anus, and the Bad News Bubbies versus the Thundernuts. And whoever loses each competition will be cut out, and we will be narrowing this down just to 2 games. And then that will be narrowed down to 1 championship game. The first game for all of you to see would be Big Ol' Balls versus Flint Mistresses. Unfortunately, the entire stadium was destroyed by a Sharknado brought down by frost giants. It was a terrible sight, you should have seen it. Goblin parts were everywhere. But it left the entire Amazonian team in chaos, ended the game and giving it to Big Ol' Balls. Actually, full disclosure, the Amazonians were controlled by the computer, and to look a little bit behind the curtain, these games are narrated using replays. Replays are not saved when they are computer opponents, so the real truth of it is that we weren't able to commentate on this particular game. But the long and short of it is that the Big Ol' Balls won, and we'll be moving on to the next game. So this video will serve as that particular game, and we'll move on to the next game of this particular tier. So that's upcoming. We hope you'll enjoy this season. We're excited about it. We've put a little bit more work into it, so we hope you'll enjoy it too. If you want to see everything, be sure to subscribe, and watch for the next videos coming up. Thanks for watching, and happy gaming, everybody!